Hey guys, it's Dungeon Master Mark. I've had a couple video requests for people asking me if I would do a quick video tutorial and kind of a review on the HeroLabs program for making characters using that particular program, and just kind of giving people an idea of what it looks like. And obviously in a couple of my videos you guys have seen probably in the background we've used some HeroLab characters. We've had them all printed out, and then specifically for our Pathfinder Battle Arena event, pretty much everyone used the HeroLabs to make characters. That way they can kind of min-max their characters using some optional rules and things of that nature. Which, for those of you that don't know, HeroLab is a program where it's a character generator program. And like I said, you actually buy the program itself, and then they have updates or different packages for different types of gaming systems, which in my case I use it for Pathfinder. They do make for the Lost Worlds, Savage Worlds, 3.5 D20, and I believe they also have a 4th edition package as well, and a couple other programs. Which, what I'm showing you guys, is going to be more specifically for the Pathfinder, but like I said, it still would apply for the other gaming systems if you use those as well. As I said, in my case, I'm actually going to choose for the Pathfinder Society organized play characters. And then the different packages I actually have on mine, as you can see, the Advanced Player's Guide, Ultimate Combat, Ultimate Magic, and I have all the bestiary. Most of the player's companions for the different races, a lot of the optional stuff for like the Inner Sea World Guide, Undead Revisited, Rivals Guide, and things of that nature. So all those are actually already been chosen, except for some of these strange optional rules down at the bottom I don't have or don't use. But what you'd normally do, you'd go ahead and enter your hero's name, your player's name, your Pathfinder Society number if you use that, the level, any type of starting gold, which we'll change that real quick. Just hit the OK button there. What it'll do is it'll actually give you an option of all the different classes that are available. And you can actually, anytime you have one of these screens, you can actually choose everything, or you can choose only what's valid. That way you can choose something that is open or available to your character. Now, as you'll see, it gives you all of the optional classes and all the core classes, so you have everything from the Alchemist all the way to the Wizard. It does give you the list of the available classes, I should say NPC classes, such as the Adept, Commoner. And then if you are making a monster or some type of NPC, obviously you have some of your optional stuff like the Fiendish, Half-Dragon, some of the different templates, everything all the way up to Lich and Skeletons and things of that nature. So, for the purpose of this video, we're just going to make something simple. We'll say a fighter. There we go. Now, obviously, we already show we have the fighter here. You can change your favorite class benefit, which in this case we'll choose the hit point. Your favorite class, you can change that as well, which we're going to go ahead and set that to the fighter. If we can find it there. Oh, there we go. And if there's any other optional abilities, that'll actually give you that option there. And archetypes. HeroLabs will give you the option to choose archetypes. Same thing here, though. As you see, we have the entire list. We're actually going to choose only valid items, so we can take a look at only the fighter archetypes. So it gives you all of those options that are in any of the material you have. What we'll do for the purpose of this, we will go ahead and choose an Armor Master. So we have now created an Armor Master archetype fighter character. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and click on the background there. And as you'll notice, anytime there's something that you still need to fill out, you'll have this red here. So, obviously for the race, we'll go ahead and choose something. We'll choose a Dwarf. Alignment, we'll just choose Chaotic Good. For your deity, you can choose your deity, which type of, who or what your character's religious belief is. For the faction, it's going to give you all the different Pathfinder factions. Whether or not you choose to use those, that's fine. We'll just choose Shadow Lodge real quick. Now, the one good thing about HeroLab also is it does give you the option to choose the alternative racial traits. So anything that's in any of those books you have access to, you'll also have access to those as well. In this case, we're going to use the Rock Stepper. There we go. And we'll go ahead and go to the next screen, which is the abilities. Now, if you're using the Pathfinder Society, this will automatically configure that to whatever type of point value the Pathfinder uses, which I believe is the 28. For some reason, if your DM uses something different, say you use the 32, you can actually change that in the settings to whatever type of point buy system you want to use. Now, as you see, like I said, I do have the point buy, and it shows spent 20 out of 20. Now, for some reason, if you did go over, you'll see where it shows how many points you've overspent and get that red mark there. So once we go back down to where we should, you'll see that turns back to a black color, letting us know we're good, so you can move along. And for your fighter, obviously we need 1 extra bonus feat for being a fighter. The other thing you will notice is it shows all of the actual additional benefits for that archetype and for being a fighter on that list as well. That way you don't accidentally choose something again. And the same thing in this screen, we have the big giant list. We're going to choose only valid items so we can see things that are actual optimal for our character class. And we're going to choose something, we'll choose shield wall. How's that? Now for skills, I'm not going to go into all the skills. Obviously all of you are probably GMs or players, you already know what the skills are. Pretty simple. Like I said, we have 2 points, so we would choose whatever 2 skills we want. The one good thing about HeroLabs is while you are choosing those skills, if you notice over here, we can actually hold the mouse over that icon, and it actually lets us know what the particular skill does. So if there's something you're not entirely sure of, like I said, you can always double check to see what that is. And the other thing you'll notice, it actually lets us know what page in the core rulebook or what book it's from, which is really, really nice. Additional skills, you can actually choose from any other type of additional skill if there's something you're not positive if you want to use, or if there's something not on the list automatically that you want to choose. Feats is going to be pretty much the same thing. We already have whatever feats we already have access to. What we would do is we'd pull up the list there, and like I said, we have only valid items, so that'll automatically come up. What I'll do is I'll just randomly select a couple different feats here. Now as you do notice on the feats, it does automatically give you the detail or the listing of what that particular feat does, which is really nice. Let's go ahead and close out this. And obviously, as I said before, if you hold the mouse over there, you can actually see the details of that feat. And if you notice, it does let us know that that particular feat comes from the Ultimate Combat, since it's not from a core book. And actually, if you see right here, we've actually selected one too many feats. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and remove one of those, which is nice and simple. Traits, once again, like I said, really, really easy, really easy to go through there. I'm going to go ahead and select a couple different traits there, since we should need 2 for a Pathfinder Society character. There we go. Now, weapons and the armor is going to be slightly different. As you see, we can choose magic items or magic weapons. And what that does is it actually takes that out of however many gold pieces you have, which obviously for first level we don't have enough to buy anything really strong. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to go ahead and choose a battle axe. So let's type that in there. As you see, it automatically comes up, shows the gold piece, how many hands it takes, and the damage modifier there. So go ahead and choose that. We're going to choose that for hand number 1. Now for armor, the same thing. We can choose magic or create a custom, or we can just select something out of a list there. So what we'll do is we will go ahead and select one of those. For the banded mail, there we go. Let's go ahead and hit close. We'll select that to have the character wear that. And other things for this particular system, obviously we can choose the magic, we can choose gear, other type of equipment, same thing as the armor and weapons. Personal is going to be slightly different. You can put all your background information, your character's vital statistics, whatever language you want your character to have, and you can also add a photo, which is really nice. Now, for the journal, you can put any of your adventuring accomplishments in there, or for Pathfinder Society questions or quests, you can actually list those as well, and whatever type of faction you got. Special abilities would be any of your other special abilities that your character was able to use, either for feats or special abilities. And then, like I said, the in-play and adjust, those are actual all modifiers for if you're playing that using a laptop for the HeroLab. And then the final thing, obviously, what everyone loves for the HeroLab for is the printing of the character sheet. Which you can see everything is nice and crisp. Very, very good presentation for your character, especially if you want to give that to your DM. And like I said, the second page, you'll have any of your gear that you're carrying, your language, your experience, and wealth. Now, if we would have added that second list, like I said, any of the quests we have would actually all be listed in this area right here. But that is primarily it for the HeroLab. Once again, if you guys have any questions or if there's anything else you guys specifically want to know, please feel free to email me and I will try to get that information for you as quick as I can. Thanks.